The Ellio Neo. In this video we're gonna have a first look of the new S-pedelec from the Belgian brand Ellio. This is their third bike after the Ellio original, the Max. We now have the Neo. In the last week of September, Ellio did a meet and greet event. People could go and test out their S-pedelecs, but there were also workshops where you could learn about how they build the bike, where they think about when they make the technology, the law and how it should change or how they would wish it would change, and how they perform as a brand to shape this new market. Turns out it was a great success. Lots of people showed up, the weather was great, lots of people rode their bikes and had the workshops. There was food, there was drinks, there was everything for a nice and pleasant day. But there was one more important part in the agenda, and that was the press release of the new Ellio Neo. Now, I wasn't there and I haven't tested the bike yet, but in this video I want to look at what has changed, because if we just cut to the chase, it's actually a facelift or an upgrade of their current existing Ellio original. You could also say it's a minimalistic version of that bike, because that was one of the comments that the Ellio original always had. It had too many wires and too many buttons. It was also quite heavy, and so here the Neo really gives a solution for all of those people who had those doubts. For those who didn't have any doubts, the Ellio original just stays available. So what's new about this S-pedelec? Well, they've adapted it to fit different types of commuters. They had this really big battery and they've made it a bit smaller. They had a lot of technology and maybe a bit overkill that they took away so that they can offer it at an even cheaper price, because Ellio is a very good price quality S-pedelec. The Neo is also a more finished version of that original, which was often criticized because it had too many cables or too many buttons. This Neo has little buttons and little cables. You see one big one sticking out, and then you have a minimalistic cockpit. Because we have less buttons, you also don't have that cruise control option that you did have before. It also doesn't yet feature the Catch Me If You Can update, and so you only have 4 modes, which is still fine. You can reach 45 kilometers an hour, easy peasy. Standard on this Neo is an 800 watt-hour battery, depending on how you use it, 30 to 100 kilometers. Also different from the original is, even though it uses the same engine, it doesn't use a carbon drive belt, but you get an old school bike chain. Still high quality, but different. There's also no standard suspension, the seat suspension or the steering wheel suspension, that's both optional. All of the normal things are optional: the driving belt, the seat suspension, steering suspension, the bigger battery. It's all optional, even the software updates, but it doesn't come standard on the Neo. Like I said, Ellio offers S-pedelecs in a good price bracket, let's say. And so with this Neo, again, they want to tailor that market, and so this one's available for 5,495 euros. Which is really good if you look at what they offer compared to the market at this price point. Now, what does that mean for the Ellio original? So far it means nothing. With the Neo, Ellio now offers 3 different S-pedelecs. The Max, which has the bigger wheels, the original, which is known for its 20-inch wheels and very low center of gravity, as well as the now new Neo, which does remain very similar to the original. They actually offer a 4th possibility to ride Ellio, which is the Flex, an original in a more subscription-based pack. And although the Neo is only available for 30 pieces, so limited edition, it does seem like they're going to move forward with that one if successful. Let's head over to the Ellio website and the new Neo page. Neo, iconic, minimalistic. We can instantly see the difference here in cables, but apart from that, the bike looks quite similar. Now that I know the differences, I can also instantly see that the stem here does not have any suspension. Here we see some specs, so the 800 watt-hour battery, possibility to upgrade, of course, the riding autonomy, as well as the engine capabilities. It is a really powerful engine. It's also a 2-wheel drive. The battery remains removable. It's really a special speed pedelec. It's worth checking out the review. They have regenerative braking when you pedal backwards. It's really a special bike. And this is also something I noticed. Before they had a different brand of brakes, so they might have changed and they're using Tektro brakes now. Compact and nimble. Yeah, the Neo is just like the original. It's a very small speed pedelec, or compact. It's very maneuverable. It's nice. It's quite heavy though, due to the battery and the engine in the front wheel in the middle. But then again, with this 800 watt-hour battery, it's gonna be a bit lighter. I'm curious to know what the total weight will be. Here we see that steering wheel that's been simplified. I'll show an image of the old one. As you can see, a lot of buttons missing. Nothing new to mention here. Up to 160 kilograms of weight. And that's about it. So that's the end of the first look, let's say. For many of you, this bike will probably not yet be available, as you don't live in Belgium and need to wait until Ellio makes that available. But regardless of that, I would like to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, comment all you want, and I'll see you in the next video, or you'll see me. Bye.